So I want to, first of all, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming out. I just want to say that initially we had plans to have this at our municipal building, and our municipal building is not as big as this room. So we're thankful that we made that decision and switched, because I think both councilors and the public really wanted to have a chance to be here live. And so I thank all of you for confirming that this was a good decision. We are going to, I just want to say a couple things about the building, just because, you know, it's all about safety sometimes, and my Director of Protective Services is in the room, so I probably should be very good and say where the exits are. The washroom, first of all, the washrooms are in the other room here. They're clearly noted in case you need those. You came in from one of the exits or entries over there. There is another exit on this side. There's an exit on that side, and there is an exit in the back. So in case there's any kind of emergency, we can very calmly go out. And I don't know where the muster station is, but I think a good move would be to go that way. So I just wanted to let you know that. Also, a couple of other things. This event typically takes between 1.5 to 2 hours. And after it's done, I just want to let you all know that there will be light refreshments served. So for people who want to mingle after, they can certainly do that. The purpose today, well, first of all, I'll introduce myself. I don't know if everybody knows me. My name is Alain Muse, and I'm the Chief Administrative Officer of the Municipality of Argyle. Due to this being the first meeting of the newly elected council, I'll be acting as chair until the warden is selected. So I will be helping you along and introducing people on the swear-ins, etc. So I want to thank you first for coming out tonight to the swear-in ceremony, and we'll get right into it. You do have an agenda in front of you. We don't have to vote or call any meetings to order here today, but there is an agenda that's going to help you along today. So to start off, we're going to go right by the rules. That's Section 129 of the Municipal Elections Act. You guys can look that up later. I'm sure you'll be very interested to read that riveting document. We have the responsibility to declare the councillors as elected. So the election happened on the 19th, and 10 days came and went, which was the appeal period for that election to occur. There were no appeals, and so today we'll be swearing in people, but prior to that we will be confirming that they are elected in their respective district. So what I will ask is I'm going to introduce each of you by district, and when I do, I'd ask for the councillor to come up and take a seat here. Number 1 is over there, and number 9 is over there, and the numbers in between are in between. Okay, I'm told there's three types of people: those who can count and those who can't. That is correct. There's usually a 2-second pause, and then it's like, oh, that's clever. I didn't hear that one 18 times. All right, so without further ado, I will start by declaring elected the following councillors, starting in District 1, Councillor Malcolm Madden. Please come up. Va par là. Not va par là, var par là. Yes, please. Yes, it's fine. Yes, I know. Seating is fine. District 2, Ted Saunier. District 3, Gordon Boudreau. District 4, Greg Foster. District 5, Nicole Albright. District 6, Daryl LeBlanc. District 7, Kathy Bork. District 8, Glenn Digdon. And the last councillor, certainly not least, District 9, Rachel Surette. So thank you, all of you. You are certainly confirmed elected, and this is more of an official announcement of that. In between, you'll see there are 10 seats and there are 9 people. After the swearing, we will have an election of the warden and the deputy warden. And so what will happen is, once the warden is selected, that person will take the middle seat. I will continue to chair the meeting for the second election of deputy warden. And for the reason that we want for the warden, the chairperson typically doesn't participate in decisions of this sort, so I will continue to chair to allow for the new warden to be able to nominate if they choose to nominate. So I will go into more of the rules of that one more time for people before we get into that, but for now, we're going to begin the actual swearing in of our council. And each individual councilor will take oath of allegiance and an oath of office, and it will be done one by one in order of district. And I'd like to introduce Judge Tim Landry, who will be taking each of these oaths. And so I've asked Tim, and Tim has graciously accepted, to call each person by name, by district, and he will arrange all of the swearing-in portions of the swearing. Okay?
Thank you.
good?
Thank you, Alain. It's wonderful to see so many people here showing an interest in this celebration. Malcolm Madden. Just Lee.
All right. I, Malcolm Madden, swear that I will faithfully and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors, according to the law, and that I am duly qualified as required by law for the office of Councillor of the Municipality of Argyle, and that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially execute the duties of the office to which I have been elected to the best of my knowledge and ability, and that I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise, therefore, the exercise of any partiality or other undue execution of the duties of my office.
Just seen anywhere next to some. This does you. Ted Saunier.
I, Ted Saunier, swear that I will faithfully and bear the true allegiance of His Majesty Charles III, his heirs and successors according to the law, in the name and reference to the sovereign and change as occasion requires. And I am duly qualified as required by law for the office of Councillor of the Municipality of Argyle. And I will truly, faithfully, and impartially execute the duties of office to which I have been elected to the best of my knowledge and ability. And that I have not received, will not receive any payment or reward promised thereof for the exercise of any partiality or other undue education of the duties of my office.
Just seen anywhere at the red line. This does you. Thank you. Gordon Boudreau.
I, Gordon Boudreau, swear or solemnly affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors according to law. The name of and references of the sovereign to be changed as occasions require, and that I am duly qualified and required by law for the office of Councillor of the Municipality of Argyle, and that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially execute the duties of the office to which I have been elected to the best of my knowledge and ability, and that I have not received and will not receive any payments or rewards or promise thereof for the exercise of any partially or undue execution of my duties of my office.
Greg Foster. Hello, Greg.
I, Greg Foster, swear or solemnly affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors, according to law, and I am duly qualified and required by law for the office of Councillor of the Municipality of Argyle, and that I shall truly, faithfully, and impartially execute the duties of the office to which I have been elected to the best of my ability. And I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality or other undue execution of the duties of my office.
Justine, anywhere. No,
He said,
yeah. Yeah. Nicole Albright.
I, Nicole Albright, swear or solemnly affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors according to law. And I am duly qualified, as required by law, for the office of Councillor of the Municipality of Argyle. And that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially execute the duties of the office to which I have been elected to the best of my knowledge and ability. And that I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality or other undue execution of the duties of my office.
Just sign anywhere on your right. There's no signature. Daryl LeBlanc.
I, Darrell LeBlanc, swear or solemnly affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors according to law. The name and reference to the sovereign to be changed as occasions require, and that I am duly qualified, as required by law, for the office of Councillor of the Municipality of Argyle, and that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially execute the duties of the office to which I have been elected to the best of my knowledge and ability, and that I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality or other undue execution of the duties of my office.
Sign anywhere to the right. There's no signature on anywhere there. Kathy Bork.
I, Kathy Bork, swear solemnly affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors according to law, the name of the reference to the sovereign to be changed as occasion requires. And I am duly qualified as required by law for the office of Councillor of the Municipality of Argyle, and that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially execute the duties of the office to which I have been elected to the best of my knowledge and ability. And I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality or other undue execution of the duties of my office.
Glenn Digdon.
I, Glenn Digdon, swear or solemnly affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors according to law, the name of and reference to the sovereign to be changed as occasion requires, and I am duly qualified as required by law for the office of Councillor of the Municipality of Argyle, and that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially execute the duties of the office to which I have been elected to the best of my knowledge and ability, and that I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality or other undue execution of the duties of my office.
Sign anywhere there. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Rachel Surette. Hello. Comment ça va?
I, Rachel Surette, or solemnly affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors according to law, and that I am duly qualified as required by the law for the office of Councillor of the Municipality of Argyle, and that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially execute the duties of the office to which I have been elected to the best of my knowledge and ability, and that I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality or under other undue execution of the duties of the office.
Seen anywhere. That's his signature.
All right. Thank you very much, Juge, and all sworn-in counselors. I really appreciate the mess that one of you left. All of my ballots are on the floor now. I'll take care of it. It's all good. I'm going to leave it there right now. I'm patient. I want to take a minute to recognize a couple things. So first of all, I'd like to recognize the staff that have organized this event. They're mostly seated in that area over there. I'm not mentioning them by name, and they're probably embarrassed if I did, but I do, and I also want to thank our IT and camera and support, all of which together made this event today a reality. So I just want to say a sincere thank you to all of you. I got most of them while you're clapping, but not all of them. The other thing I'd like to do is you would have either sat on or pulled from your seat a document that reflects the fact that this is the 50th swear-in for the municipality of Argyle. This is not the 50th year that we exist. Obviously, elections are not annual. So this is the 50th, and so that is a pretty momentous occasion. So because of that, our staff put together just a really small document, but in that document, you're going to find all sorts of names that may trigger a memory. There might be a family member or a friend that you will see served at a time in the history. It's a very interesting document, and I hope that you're able to enjoy it. It will also go up online for those of you that prefer to read something on screen. I also want to recognize the fact that our neighboring municipalities have been gracious enough to join us here. I will not note every name because I haven't met some of them yet, but I do recognize the warden, the deputy warden for the municipality of the District of Yarmouth, also her worship, as well as Councillor Hatfield and we haven't met yet, and also Phil Mooney and others, and I know I haven't mentioned them all. Oh, there's another couple. So I just want to recognize the fact that our neighboring municipalities took the time to celebrate with us. Lastly, I want to recognize the fact that there were previous councillors that served here in the past, some of which decided not to put their name up for election, and others that did and were not successful. And I think it takes a lot of courage for people to come in and say, look, I want to celebrate the future of this council, and I just want to say thank you to all of you who have showed. And finally, sorry. Finally, and I'm really making this really long so that the councillors can really stir in their own juices before they go into nomination mode. I just want to thank the rest of you that came to support either family, friends, to support people here today. It's very important. So I'm just going to explain the nomination process that's going to occur here. So the process will follow predominantly the rules of order, Robert's Rules of Order, which is to say that I will chair the meeting and I will call for nominations from the floor. Obviously, the nominations are only for councillors by councillors. You may nominate yourself if you choose to as a councillor, or you may nominate somebody else you believe might be qualified to be the warden in this case, and then there'll be a second instance for the deputy warden. As is the case in rural Argyle, we don't have a mayor. We don't have mayors elected by the electorate. The warden is chosen by his or her peers. And so, so that's what we're doing here today. I will be patient in asking for nominations, and then I will eventually, when silence occurs, will call for nominations to cease, and I will ask that by motion of this group so that everybody's clear, we're done. If we have one name for any of the two positions, that person will be selected as either the warden or the deputy warden. If there are two names, if there are two or more names, we will have an election. And so the way that works is I have the papers and there's a pen in the back. And what happens is each councillor will be given a piece of paper and they'll be able to vote individually in the back. I want to be very clear, what you're voting for is you're voting in the positive. So you will write down the name of the person that you wish to select for that position. When the nominations are called, I will also ask, there is no seconder required. Okay, so there doesn't have to be two people saying, yay, okay. It can only be one, it can be just the one person, no seconder required. But the one thing that we do require is that the person that is nominated must accept the nomination, okay? And so at the end, we'll have that process. So I will help people through, because we do this once every 4 years. So sometimes it may be a little clunky, it might go perfectly. But I just want to explain the situation a little bit to you so that you all understand how this is going to work. And I'm sure I missed at least one thing. So, without further ado, I will call this piece of the nomination portion to order. This is the only meeting I chair, so I'm going to just go make this as long as possible. So I will say that the nominations for the position of warden are now open. If you wish to make a nomination, simply raise your hand and make a nomination for a person.
I nominate Nicole Albright for warden.
Thank you for the nomination, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Madam Albright, do you accept the responsibilities and the nomination of warden? Okay, we have one nomination and an accepted nomination. Nicole Albright for warden. Are there other nominations? Are there other nominations? Last call. Other nominations? Seeing no other nominations, I'm going to close the nomination for the position of warden. I would like to have a motion to accept the closure of the nominations, or that the nominations are ceased. Motion from Councillor Ted Sonia. Do I have a seconder? Seconded by Kathy Burke. Do we have a motion in play? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Negative, nay. Motion carried. I just want to say that at the 50th election, that this will be the first woman elected as warden. So seeing I'm the chair, I can give you the option to have a speech now or maybe after. It's up to you. After? Okay, cool. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. All right. It's not every day you see that, so there you go. Unfortunately for the deputy warden, the winner doesn't get a sash. That only goes to the warden, right? We usually put it away. I don't think she wears it 24/7, but she may, and that's up to her, I guess. All right, so now that we'll just give councillors a moment to get settled. Thank you so much, everyone, for that. So now that the warden has been selected, we will then move into the nomination of the deputy warden. Same rules apply. I will be opening the nominations right now. I will accept nominations for deputy warden. Gordon, Councillor Boudreau.
Councillor Ted Sonia.
Councillor Ted Sonia, you have been nominated. Do you accept the nomination?
I do.
The nomination for Councillor Ted Sonia has been done and accepted. Are there any other nominations? Councillor Foster.
I nominate Councillor Kathy Burke for the position of deputy warden.
Nomination for Councillor Kathy Burke for deputy warden. Councillor Burke, do you accept the position?
I do.
Okay, nomination for Kathy Burke has been made and accepted. Are there any other nominations? I neglected to say that I wish to, in saying do you accept, I wish to also make sure that you accept that it is the responsibilities of the deputy warden. I like to make that a very clear statement because there are additional responsibilities with those positions and over and above council. All right, let's go back to nominations. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Last call. Any other nominations? Seeing none, I will, as the chair, say that the nominations are closed. However, in huge clarity, I would like a motion for that to be the case. So somebody make a motion to close the nominations. Moved by Warden Albright, seconded by Ted Gordon, Councillor Boudreau. The motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carried. Okay, so just for clarity, the warden typically doesn't vote, but the warden is not chairing this, therefore she was able to make a motion. She was able to make a motion. So we have a ballot election. We have 2 individuals. So I will ask each district by number to come in, and I will hand you a piece of paper. We do have scrutineers, including our lawyer. Thank you, Jocelyn. I neglected to introduce you earlier, but we have our solicitor here tonight to assist us and to participate and to say hello. So we all know the drill. You vote in favor of, you vote the person that you wish to have deputy warden. Councillor Madden. Yeah, si tu veux, I suppose you could take that.
I'm closer to the floor.
There you go. There's a pen in there as well.
Actually, the man that dropped it was the closest to the floor.
Thank you. I'm no longer the shortest man on this council.
Hey, I'm going to call order. Yeah, folding in the, thank you, sir. District 2. Merci. Thank you. And the pens in there. Okay. District 3. District 4. Merci, monsieur. No, don't get Guy started. Please don't get Guy started. Oh, yeah, no, c'est good. District 5.
Is there a smoke coming out of the chimney? Someone's connected
The Pope, yeah, it's, yeah. Yeah, that's right. The good news, there'll only be one vote because it's a majority, and if there's not 5 there, I don't know how that happened. District 6. Thank you. Thank you. It's just like the good old days, getting razzed by Councillor Surratt. Yep, it's a tradition that all Surratt councillors have to carry. Thank you. District 7. Merci. District 8. Thank you. And District 9. So as District 9 is voting, I'm going to ask that Jocelyn and at least 2 additional staff take the ballot box once filled and can go in the back and do the official count. So we'll have 3 people counting. And I would ask that you would present the results to me here, and I will make the announcement. Does that make sense? Thank you. Merci. So this won't take long. There's not a whole lot of ballots. And I don't think there's a recount. It's not like January 6th or anything like that, or we're not going there. This will be one. Just a couple of things. Once we have everything done, we will ask Judge Landry to take the oath of the deputy and warden, and then we'll have the official meeting taken over by our warden. And at that point, there'll be just small speeches from warden and deputy. Before we get the results, I would also like to really congratulate the 9 of you. The next 4 years is not always going to be easy. Sometimes you have to make decisions that are difficult. But what you have is an opportunity, a real opportunity to represent the municipality, your district, the region, and even the province. So you occupy a position of privilege, and I truly trust that you will occupy those positions with grace. And I congratulate you all, and I look forward to working with all of you.
So do you need to know by what or just who won? Just
All right, we don't list who, we do list who. We don't list the votes because there's only 9 of them, and we like to keep that as confidential as possible. Our deputy warden has won the election, and his name is Ted Saunier. So thank you, all of you. And so what we'll do is we'll take the oath, and then I will pass on the chairmanship to Madam Chair.
My penmanship's not that good, so you can print your name in there.
Okay. Okay, so I read this?
And you gotta read.
Okay. I, Nicole Albright, swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors according to law, and that I am duly qualified as required by law for the office of Warden of the Municipality of Argyle, and that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially execute the duties of the office to which I have been elected to the best of my knowledge and ability, and that I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality or other undue execution of the duties of my office.
Congratulations.
Ted?
Print, don't have it.
Print it in.
Yeah, I'm on my printing it. Okay, so you did yours now.
Okay. I, Ted Saunier, swear, so solemnly affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs, successors, according to law. The name of and reference of sovereign to be changed as occasion requires. And that I am duly qualified as required by law for the office of Deputy Warden of the Municipality of Argyle, and that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially execute the duties of the office to which I have been elected to the best of my knowledge and ability. And that I have not received and will not receive any payment, rewards, or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality of under execution of the duties of my office. Of course.
C'est tout?
Okay, big day, very big day. To start with, I'd like to say thank you to my fellow counselors for having faith in me and putting your trust in me to be the leader for the next 4 years of our council. It makes me extremely proud, and I cannot wait to work with this team. I'm looking completely forward to it. We've done some great things over the last 12 years that I've been on council, and I look forward to continuing with positive accomplishments and successes for our municipality. It's hard for me not to talk about the gender thing tonight. I just want to say that thank you, council, for showing how progressive we are. We have 3 women on council, 3 of 9, a third of our council is female. That's a huge number, and it continues to grow. And the fact that you were willing to have a female as warden shows how you are diverse and are open, and you are willing to move forward with a new vision, and I completely appreciate that. As a mom, I want to say this. My family's here today. I want to say thank you for supporting the idea that I've put in my children's head since they were babies, especially my daughters. I have told them since they were little girls that they could be anything they wanted. All they needed to do was work hard, and they could be what they wanted. You've closed the gender gap tonight. You have opened the door for so many other young girls and women who want to be in leadership positions. So thank you for that. And thank you for closing the mindset that only men can be in these positions. I truly appreciate that. To my family, they're almost all here. That makes me really proud to celebrate this moment with me. Thank you to my husband, Harold, who's my biggest fan, biggest supporter. To my 3 children, Isaac, Kaylee, and Mackenzie, partners. My sisters are all here. I grew up in a family of girls, but never once felt like I couldn't be who I wanted to be. And that tells you how strong of a parent and family I have. I want to say thank you to both my mom and dad. My mom is here physically tonight. My dad is here too. My dad, I know, is smiling down. He was a counselor himself for 20 years. And I can just picture the smile on his face and how proud he is of this moment. So thank you all. This is a big day. and I look forward to serving with this council for the next 4 years. Thank you.
Wow, I feel like a footnote in her story. And rightfully so, because I am here because of her and because of council. And thank you, council, for voting for me. But she is my mentor. I've watched her in the last 4 years, and if I can do half the job she's done, I'm going to be very, very happy. So thank you. I'm going to thank my wife. She was more nervous than I was. She was there crying, of course. But look, it's a pleasure to serve with this council, and it's a pleasure, Nicole, to serve with you. And when you say the mindset of council, that was never a doubt, never a doubt. I am still a footnote, trust me. Thank you, everybody.
So our next order of business is we need a motion to destroy the ballots. Somebody willing to make that motion? Okay, it's made by Councillor Bork, seconded by Councillor Digdon. Any questions on that? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary minded? Motion carried, so the ballots will be destroyed. Okay? And that is our swearing-in ceremony. Thank you, everybody, for coming. It was supposed to be, as our CAO mentioned, it was supposed to be at the municipality, and we were only allowed to bring 3 people. I have 3 children, and a husband, and a family, as you can see. They're all in the front row. So I'm glad to see so many people here celebrating with us. And I did want to mention as well, I'm so happy to see our partners from our other municipalities here today. It shows you how far we've come in terms of building relationships with the municipality of Yarmouth and the town of Yarmouth. And we also have Colton LeBlanc, MLA Colton LeBlanc here. We've built wonderful partnerships with the province as well. So it takes a team effort, and I'm excited. I'm excited to jump in and continue the good work that we've done. So thank you all for coming. And do we need a motion to adjourn? Sure. Okay. Who's going to move? Moved by Rachel. Councillor Surette. The new Councillor Surette. So we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody. There are treats.